120 years about the flood coming, and yet it still caught everybody by surprise because they weren't ready. People look at us Christians and call us crazy because we're proclaiming that a man who died over 2,000 years ago is coming back. And many don't believe that there is even a God who's coming back. But I have news for you from the Word of God. God gives us this message today, and he tells us that this is the final warning. God is done reminding us that I said that this is what you need to do. God is done sending out many people to tell you that get it right because he's coming back. God is now saying in this time, in this season, if you're not ready, I'm coming whether you're ready or not. So it is totally up to you on what you decide to do and how you decide to adhere to the messages people are telling you that God is coming. 2 Peter 3, it says, first of all, know without any doubt that mockers will come in the last days with their mocking, following after their own human desire and saying, where is the promise of his coming? What has become of it? For ever since the fathers fell asleep in death, all things have continued exactly as they did from the beginning of creation. And this is explaining to us what we see here today. How many times has somebody said, you've been telling me a long time God is coming, but my great-great-great-grandfather and my grandmother and everybody has lived on this earth, passed on, and still no God. So those people will come and they will tell you all these things. And then your mind begins to wonder. And you begin to think about it. Because you're saying, yes, since the beginning of creation, things have been the same. But have they really been the same? The book of Revelation teaches us of the things that are happening right now in our world. Pandemic was one of those things. Plagues and all these things that are happening, sicknesses. And many times you see people dying from all kinds of illnesses. The world is in destruction. War is happening. So is the world really the same? It says, for they willingly forget the fact that heaven existed long ago by the word of God, and the earth was formed out of water, and by water, through which the world at the time was destroyed by being flooded with water. But his word, the present heavens and the earth, are being reserved for fire. It's being kept for the day of judgment and destruction of the ungodly people. So have they forgotten that the world existed long ago? Have they forgotten that the world was formed out of water, and by water it was also destroyed? But now the earth is being reserved for fire and be kept for the day of judgment and destruction for the ungodly people. And if the Bible tells us that, that is not just a warning, but it's also telling us that it's going to happen.